Welcome and thank you for tuning in to Cryptids, Creeps, and Conspiracy. The following content may involve explicit language and materials, so listener discretion is advised.
And welcome back, everybody. Today, we are going to shift gears again. I know it's been a while since we've done anything really spooky related. We've been pretty cryptid oriented. But I have Pablo Cordova, I think is how you pronounce your name.
Yeah.
From Boozy Bros Paranormal. Okay, that's not the worst name I've had to pronounce, but I had to think about that one while I said it. But yeah, he's with me. We're just going to be talking about a whole bunch of spooky stuff. I've already ran down the fact for those of you who are on the Patreon feed and you want to watch, hopefully our little censors get tripped today. If not, well, bummer on them.
Yeah.
But we at least are going to try. So I'm going to go ahead and hand this off to Pablo. Let him talk about what it is he does and what they do. Well, I guess it's a group, what you do, what you guys do, and how you do it, and, well, anything else you feel like talking about.
All right, that sounds awesome. Well, my name is Pablo Cordova. I'm with Boozy Bros Paranormal. What we are is we're a group of paranormal investigators. I'm the team lead, and I do all the video editing for YouTube and all the social media stuff right now. Me and my team go to, we're shooting for the world's most haunted, but right now we're in Oklahoma's most haunted, checking everywhere out around here, seeing debunking what's haunted, what isn't haunted, doing everything we can using our paranormal equipment. As I'm sure you guys are familiar on this show with EMF readers, cat balls, all the same stuff. Trying to go out there in the field and see what's out there, answer all the questions that we have. But that also includes like a bunch of experiments that we do. Like we really try to attack things with a scientist's mind, and try to PEMDAS our way through things. You know what I mean?
Yep. So I'm over here nodding, and then I forget that they can't see me. So I'm nodding yes.
That's awesome. We're called Boozy Bros Paranormal. You can check us out we're on every social media platform, but our main thing is just boozybros.com/links. It'll take you to everything that we have. So go check us out.
Oh, perfect. And for everyone listening, in the notes/description, whatever you want to call it, I am going to have a link to the website so that you guys can very easily access it and you don't have to worry about it. You could just click the link and there you go. I am interested because the last time I'm going to turn the lights up just to see if we make any progress here that I could see. I was talking with Chris from Spirit Crew South Australia.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so
that's so cool.
I love her. She is absolutely hilarious. She's great. And we went over a bunch of equipment that she uses and which ones she liked the most, which ones she didn't like. And she was telling me about this teddy bear.
The Boo Bear or the Scare Buddy or whatever.
I just know that it's a little bear, and if something trips it, its hands and feet light up.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, I should get one of those. Or if anybody would like to donate one, I would love to put it up, because I was telling her I know some spooks around here that would love to play with it. And right after I had said that in the previous episode, I caught what sounded like one of my kids talking over like in the mic. So it was like right afterwards too. It sounded like a muffled mommy.
Oh, what?
Like right after I said it. So I was like, maybe I should get one of those if they like it.
Yeah.
They seemed like they were cool with it. So
could you not put like cat balls in like the little feet of the stuffed animal?
No one can see my facial expression. I can fucking make one.
I bet you could. I mean, you got the talent.
I could make one. Now, I don't know how sensitive it would be, though, and how easy it would be for them to trigger the cat ball if it's inside something.
Well, I don't know.
But I mean, the one threw it at me, so it probably could, but I don't know about the others.
You got some strong ones there. I mean, it's moving whole EMF readers, so I bet you it could.
Yeah, I moved my camera a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, assholes. I was like, stop. I really want another thing. If anybody wants to donate it to me, is I would love to have like a motion camera to put in the studio to see what
Yeah.
happens when I'm gone.
Ooh, that's smart. That's really smart.
Yeah, I think that'd be really cool to see. But yeah,
Hmm.
so are there any particular types of places that you prefer? I know some people do more of the, say, hospital variety. Some enjoy the prisons or asylum type things. Some just
Yeah.
like abandoned houses.
What I do is actually all of the above. And the reason I do it that way is because um when I go into my investigations and we all are exploring these places, we are entering with questions mostly. Like
Mhm.
I'll go to an abandoned house, for instance, and say, do spirits possibly wander around? Can I see if maybe they're wandering around and they'll stop here and hang out at an abandoned place? Like, why is it that a random house that's been left alone for 40 years that doesn't have any murders or deaths is supposedly haunted, and there's so many accounts and stuff like that? So yeah, exactly like your place.
Yeah,
Uh, so
but I can tell you exactly why it's haunted. But
we dig into stuff like that, and that's primarily like we're all over the place. Like we go to abandoned houses, asylums, prisons. We did a VA center.
oh,
Vet called us up and was like, we have some paranormal activity on these uniforms, and we need some help checking them out. And so we checked those out and found out that there was an attachment to a old World War II uniform, and we were able to communicate a little bit with something there. But that was amazing, and
that's
we did
cool.
a museum too. Like, oh, and I did the Grudge House in Japan. Like, I went to Japan. I got inside of the Grudge House. It's Asajiro Yura's mansion, and it was so scary. Me and my brother, who is our cameraman and also our on-site like debunker and skeptic, he even he was like, okay, we got to get out of here. Something does not
Oh,
want to here. Like
wow.
he was always like, no, that's fake, or that's the wind or whatever. Always trying to debunk like our
Yeah.
evidence on site because we need that. We want to be 100% as accurate as possible. But even he was like, we got to get out. Like it is so bad.
Oh,
Like
wow.
so we've been around and done a lot of random stuff. A month ago, I did a abandoned armory and abandoned senior center. I wanted to see if this senior center possibly had spirits in it,
Yeah.
and I mean we're all over the place. So you might have some like bad stuff there too, then.
Oh no, he's been with me a while.
Oh gosh.
I think the first time I saw him, I was like 15 or something, and
Oh
then he
my
showed
gosh.
back up a few months ago.
Oh yikes. Oh.
It was there. I saw it was actually the first time I ever experienced anything, and it was not of human variety.
Oh, what'd you see? I gotta know. Like,
I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it. So I was in the car, I was in the
mm,
van, and I was literally just like going to my aunt's house, which is like right up the road. Or
yeah,
actually, it wasn't even up the road. It was literally up the drive. We shared a driveway, so it was right there.
yeah.
And I got in the car and got this horrible feeling, like something wasn't right. Everything, my hairs were all standing up, my
Mm,
goosebumps were rocking, all this crap was happening. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw this big black mass in my passenger seat.
yeah.
And a lot of people are like, "Oh, I see something out of the corner of my eye." I look, and it's gone. No, I looked, and it stared me down, like the whole thing. It was there. It was not budging, and it was so it kind of looked like, okay, Spirited Away. The no face guy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, take his mask off, and
Hmm.
it's just all black, and
Yeah,
he was sitting, like he looked like he was actually sitting with legs and everything. I mean, you couldn't see legs; it was like one giant mass,
yeah.
but it was like bent, like he had legs or something, and
Crazy.
it was sitting there like that, and it had like an arm up on the dashboard, and it had like these huge, like long, sharp fingers on it, and it was just like look like it was straight, but had the top part turned and was just staring me down for like a minute or two, and then
What?
eventually, like it was very unsettling because it was all black, but there were like these huge sockets, like where the eyes would have been,
What the?
but
Oh my gosh.
oh no, it's worse. So they
Oh,
almost seemed like they were, if it's even possible to be like blacker than black. Like that, like they were
Like it
like
absorbed
soaking
light.
everything in. And it was like
Wow.
pulling something from me, whatever it was. And then eventually it got really uncomfortable because it felt like it was like pulling it like deep. And
Mhm.
so I was like, no, like I closed my eyes and I was like, you've got to go, you've got to leave, you got to go. And when I opened my eyes, it was gone. And so I went to my aunt's house, but on the way back, it came out from underneath the van and like scurried with like its elbows and its knees like bent like a grasshopper.
No.
But it like yeah, and it like yeah, it scurried like
No.
the lady from The Ring, you know, where it's like real glitchy, kind
Yeah.
of like shimmy.
Oh my God.
And it went up this our light pole at the end of the driveway, and when it got to the top, the light exploded for starters,
Oh.
which was fun.
Oh.
They had to come fix it like 2 days later because it was, I mean, it just exploded. And then I didn't see him again until a few months ago. And then it just reached out and like scratched my arm, like real easy, not enough to actually do anything, but almost enough to say, like, I could hurt you if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. And it
Like
just did it.
I could get you
Like,
anytime type of thing.
yeah, it did it like, it did 3 times. And then I was up. And this is like, you know, of course, like 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then it was gone.
So it does it 3 times. So like that's like mocking the Holy Trinity or whatever.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That oh my gosh. When you saw it, did you like try asking it questions or anything and try to
No,
talk
so
to
what's weird is I was laying in bed and everybody asked me if it was sleep paralysis, but I don't get sleep paralysis. I
Yeah.
could do a lot of other cool shit in my dreams, but I don't get paralyzed in my dreams. But it was I saw it and it came out from like behind, almost like behind me and around,
Yeah.
but it was just the arm. I didn't see the whole thing. It was just enough, but that arm was definitely identifiable because it was like so like the Grinch, I guess the hand was
Yeah.
long fingers, but not fuzzy. It was like sharp and jet
Yeah.
black.
Oh my
And so, and
gosh.
it was like reaching out towards me. And what's weird was as soon as I saw it, I like it felt familiar to me. Oh, you again. Okay. And I didn't feel threatened. I didn't feel scared. I didn't even feel like I needed to try to move. I just like lay there, was like, all right, whatever, dude.
That's
And
kind
then
of
I got up and I was like, well, that was weird.
isn't that kind of like a problem? What they typically do is make you feel comfortable so they can stick around and kind of drain you and do harm to you and stuff.
Well, see, that's the thing is, I don't know. I mean, I felt very, the first time I saw it, I did feel really uneasy very quickly. But this time it was just, you know, you run into an acquaintance at your high school reunion and you're like, oh, hey, man, what's up?
No,
Like
I do that to those guys.
Oh, I've not been to one, so I don't know. But yeah,
That's
it
interesting
it
because
didn't seem too threatening, or but the entire day after I woke up, nothing was working. Anything electrical that I touched malfunctioned.
what the heck?
And then I
That
came home and I saged the holy shit out of everything, and then everything started working again.
huh? That's crazy. Like so I actually had a attachment issue for a couple months. I did a story about it too on my channel, but it was after I visited the Grudge House
Yep,
and
I think I've seen it.
oh, you did? Oh, cool. Thanks. But like that, my attachment genuinely made me feel like comfortable for a little bit. And I was on the phone with my mom, and I was like genuinely talking to her about possibly like keeping it around and like trying to make excuses for keeping around whatever the heck was there. And I wasn't even gonna release that video, but after I ended up like I contacted some other teams and I got some help and
Mhm.
I got people to remove the thing, and then all of a sudden just like everything in my life just did like a huge shift.
Yeah,
It was like as though every day it was secretly sabotaging me and
yeah,
trying to back me up, and then just a giga shift. Like it was as though it was like, oh, your problem's gone now. Here's all the stuff you ever
yeah.
want.
It was the first thing that ever happened to me. So you got to think this is the first experience I had. I had nothing else to go off of.
Yeah.
What's interesting is in the same house, I saw a little girl and a man on 2 different occasions.
Oh my gosh.
And my mom had seen the girl.
Mhm.
And then my mom had also told me about this black mass that was at the foot of her bed one night. And it sounded a lot like sleep paralysis, though. And she just said there's this big figure like hovering over her, and she couldn't talk, she couldn't move, she couldn't do anything. So
Yeah.
it sounded a lot, but I don't know. I've never had her try to like draw it out or anything, so I don't know if it's the same thing. But nothing happened. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do it. I literally just got in my car to go to my aunt's house. I
Wow.
didn't trigger anything, and it just kind of
It's like, hey, what's up? I'm
it was
here.
gone for like 15 years.
Yeah, that, and then it came back. Like, what the heck? That is
It
so
was just
interesting.
like one night.
Huh?
And I don't, maybe it was just like, hey, I'm still here. I don't know.
Like I've been here the whole time,
But I
or
think that's what I hear. I think that's the thing that's growling at me on my episodes.
I mean,
It doesn't like my kids either.
if it's been around this long, it's probably really strong. Maybe that's
Yeah.
the thing moving around your EMF reader and stuff, like in your camera, like trying to sabotage you or something.
Yeah. What was interesting was when I first started having like activity and stuff, it always seemed like it was from this direction, like off to my side in a
Yeah,
particular area.
yeah.
And I always thought that was interesting. And when the camera was moved, it was pointing the same direction where I had the activity that was, give me the vibes and stuff. It was like it turned it to see it.
Like here, I'll show you something. Like,
Yeah. Like,
huh?
yes, I was over here. Do you
Oh
see
my
me
God,
now?
what the
Yeah.
heck? That's creepy. Oh my gosh.
But it's just funny because I'm just so used to it because so much weird stuff happens to me. On your guys' stuff, are there people in your group that are, I guess you could consider as sensitive?
Yeah, I genuinely I believe Pandora is sensitive, but we try to like I said, we try to be scientists about everything. So we're
Mhm.
trying to get to the bottom of that. She's seeking help from like mediums and all kinds of stuff to see if maybe she can has abilities of some kind.
Oh,
Um,
you'll know.
yeah, I personally believe that she
Trust me,
does. I
you'll know.
really, yeah, I really believe that she does, and I do too, but I am a little bit more low key about it. I try to provide evidence more than experience it, I guess. I don't know. But
Okay, so
I said hello, visitors.
yeah, hello, invisible visitors. Come on, hit the sensor so we know you're here. For the love of God, it's not that
Yeah.
hard. Just push the sensor. Jeez, it's like I know they can do it because they've done it multiple times now. But okay, so have you noticed a difference in activity level surrounding the people that are sensitive versus those that are not?
Extremely, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, my team for season one was just my group of old friends, and it was a little bit more, I guess, not as serious of content, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But with them, we would really struggle to get any kind of paranormal activity that was like to the level that I do with my new team. Like
Okay.
Adam and Pandora around, it's like literally I tell them that they're a ghost magnet all the time
Yeah.
because anytime I take them anywhere, like they're flocking to
Yeah.
her and literally just like she's a lighthouse and they're just a bunch of moths. Like it, and if I go investigate somewhere myself or go do stuff, like I'll maybe get stuff here and there, but when Pandora's around, it's like, all right, everyone, come on down. The show's about to
Yeah.
begin. Like, let's have a conversation. She's viral in the
Right on.
paranormal world, I guess. Like, dang, I don't know.
Yeah, I think what it is uh we set off, I mean, the way I put it is, or think about it. So they have to have energy to set off
Mhm.
your meters, right?
Yeah.
And I think people that are more sensitive, I think they emit a similar type energy or a different type of energy. And I
Mhm.
think they can pick up on it. So they know who can and cannot interact with them. And I think the ones that do want to communicate tend to flock to those because, like, why would you go beat your head against the wall with this guy
Yeah.
if there's no way it's going to happen? But you can see that she's going to be more able to communicate and stuff. Be like, oh, this is easier. Because I
And
mean, I'm assuming they can only generate or they only have so much of the energy. It might be that it's more beneficial for them to go somewhere where they don't have to use as much of it with the communication.
yeah, and I genuinely believe like we're talking to actual people. So I think like when you're talking to these people, you should just treat them like genuine humans
Yeah.
and how you talk to them is what will attract them to you. So
Like I just
I
talk to them like they're people, and everybody's like, "Wow, you like." I had somebody literally watching my thing, and they're like, "Who are you talking to?" And I was like, my invisible people.
Like when
They're like, well, you sound like you're talking to somebody. I was like, I am.
like
You just
yeah,
can't see them.
yeah, exactly.
Do you guys utilize equipment or things of that nature?
Yeah, we have a ton of equipment. I mean, we got like let's see, I got stuff in my room too. Like we use EMF readers, we use the voice recorders, Spirit Box, SB7, SB11. We use cat balls, REM pods. We even have like a device that normally plumbers use to pick up like heat for pipes and stuff, but we
Oh,
actually use that to see if like so I'll let you know. We being in this community, I've been finding out that some of these locations actually are getting caught like faking things, like having
yes.
devices on the wall and stuff, and using things. And there's one really big one that I recently I was hanging out with a couple creators. They had like a really big following, so of course I was too small, you know, of a
Yeah.
creator at the time, but they're we were having this conversation and they warned me. They're like, don't go to this place because so and so stays in a trailer and blah blah blah. And they were like getting ready to sue them and all this stuff. And
Oh,
then
wow.
yeah, like it was a big deal because this location is actually a huge location and they found like evidence against them and they were
I mean, I
working
don't think they could sue them though. I mean, it's not like
I
you're.
I think genuinely, yeah, that they weren't able to sue them. But the problem was like they were so adamant about being fake, and then they still like all released their episodes, and I was like, what the heck? That doesn't make any sense. What is that was interesting, right? And
Yeah.
so and then when I'm looking at the stuff and the things that they were complaining about to me, and I was like, dude, this is fake. Like this is shockingly, horrifyingly fake.
Yeah.
And like, oh man, but yeah, that was shocking to find out.
You can say whatever you want on here. I don't care. Just like I don't watch a stupid ghost show with that guy that just screams all the time and gets possessed every episode because it's
Yes.
bogus.
Yeah. I'm genuinely like I'm so sick of that fake stuff because
That's why I
it
can't
literally
watch
like
it.
hurts the
Like I
I'm-
can't even watch it. It's like it delegitimizes everything.
yeah, it does. It looks like can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Shit. One of my guys likes to kill the internet.
Oh shoot.
No, it's okay. It'll come back on. He just does it for a second.
Okay. Maybe. Wow. It looks so it's like crazy pixelated and there's like distortion around you. So that's like making me think
Really?
something.
Because I look totally fine on my end. Is that better?
It does look better now, yeah.
Yeah. Usually he just likes to fuck with stuff.
What the heck? That is wild. I've lost whole videos from ghosts. Like I've lost whole things, like whole pieces of evidence that I am so upset about. Like we did the Sally House twice. That's expensive. That adds up. Like I had the whole teams going to the Sally House twice, and both videos I had to scrap both videos because they weren't because I was missing such like important parts of the whole thing that I couldn't even publish. I was like, are you kidding? Like if I make this video with what I have, then it'll make no sense. It's like a whole story that makes literally no sense. So
I had one where I had video evidence of our treadmill turning itself off and on.
whoa.
Like it turned itself on and nobody, like my husband just walked through the room.
Yeah.
And he called me freaking out because the treadmill turned itself on and it wouldn't stop. Like he turned the button off, he pulled the safety switch, and it just kept running.
Yeah, same. I'd be freaking out too. What the heck?
Yeah. And well, it was kind of my fault because 2 days before that, I did tell them to pester him instead of me.
Ah, dang. Yep. Yeah.
Well, because he said he doesn't believe in it. He says that it's all hocus pocus.
Well, does he now? Does he believe? Does he believe
No.
now? No. Well, you got to keep sending him over.
It also brewed a cup of coffee in the Keurig machine with no cup.
Oh, that's pretty dang intense. That's a lot
after I left for work and before he woke up. So he thought that I just brewed a cup of coffee and left it.
Wow, what the heck?
Yeah.
You have a really strong one. Like you have a really
there's some I think they like teamwork it. I think it's just like a group of them, like a posse, a poltergeist posse.
they're like actually just genuinely pranksters. They just like
Yeah,
seeing
like I just picture like the kids, one's on all fours, the other one's, standing on his back trying to do something. Give me a
they're
lift, Johnny.
they're actually your biggest fans. Like
Yeah,
they're
they
like,
they they're funny. They like to pull pranks, and we've had to have multiple discussions as to why certain pranks were not acceptable.
mm-hmm.
Like waking me up in the middle of the night saying "mommy" is not okay.
Yeah, nope.
When you go out, do you have a favorite piece of equipment?
Yeah, actually I do, and I'll show you it. I
Oh
think
yeah,
it's the coolest thing. I love this thing so much. But here it is. It's a Wimhurst machine. You ever seen this?
dude, that looks awesome. I have no idea what that is, but it looks cool.
It is so badass.
Looks like you need a flux capacitor.
It's basically a flux capacitor. You use it, you go back in time, and but essentially what you do is you connect this node here to the negative, and then I'll spin this wheel which generates static electricity. And this, I gotta set it on a surface. I don't know if you can see the electric bolt when it happens, or if I'm going the right way. But yeah, essentially you spin it, and my nephew is playing with it, so I think he messed it up. But you spin it, and it arcs. It generates static electricity using these cylinders, and it arcs electricity right here and puts static in the air. Well, when it puts the static in the air,
Oh
we
my god,
believe
are you
that,
tasing ghosts?
no, we're giving
Oh,
it energy. Yeah,
Tina.
we're like, get back, ghosts.
Yeah.
But when we're doing that, we'll do that typically before like an Estes method or something in order to give it some energy, especially in places that are like kind of weaker. And it always like ramps stuff up. Like it just gives them a little charge, you know?
Yeah, say I have something in here repeatedly comments on my chair.
Oh.
So my chair actually it's got a remote and it vibrates.
Oh, dang.
But
Okay.
I get the word chair a lot and I'm like, is it trying to tell me to turn my chair on? Like I don't know what it's trying. Like I don't know.
That's a cool chair. I mean, dang.
It's even got hold on, that's actually what I'm messing with now. It's got a footrest. Oh, we're gonna do that.
Oh my gosh. I'm
Oh,
jealous.
it's great. If like I can like recline it and stuff too, it's great.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, well that thing's cool and I want one.
They're sweet. I love them. I saw Destination Fear use it, and
Where
I
do
was
you get it?
literally, you can get them on Amazon. You can get them on. I would just get it on Amazon, to be
A
honest.
lot of my stuff came from was it Ghost Stop?
Ghost Stop, yeah, Ghost Stop is huge.
Yeah, I got what is like the little radio thingy. I can't ever understand what they're saying on it though.
The Spirit
Uh
Box.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
tried the Estes method at Ashmore Estates
Oh, nice.
with my mom. We both did it actually.
Oh,
And
wow.
but I kind of have a lot of damage to my ears. So I can't hear. So even whenever I use the Necrophonic app, I have to put the echo on so I can hear it more than once
Mhm.
because I can't understand it all the time. Yeah, I just struggle with it a lot. So it just sounds like a bunch of gibberish to me. I can't, or like I'll think I hear something, but then I focus on it too long and then I miss other stuff.
And
Uh,
then you're worried, like I'm always worried about saying the wrong thing. Like you hear something like, oh, did it say pineapples or did it say
yeah,
something else? Like,
pickles.
pickles. Like
That's my
I don't
safe
know.
word.
Yeah, safe word.
Yeah, my
Pickles.
safe word is pickles.
Pickles,
In,
that's a good
in
one.
every situation, my safe word is pickles.
Pickles. Why is
Yeah.
she
So
saying pickles? What the heck?
yeah. I heard this woman screaming pickles from the other room.
What's going on?
Okay, so I know you said that you do a lot of investigations in
Mhm.
Oklahoma. Have you
Yeah.
guys ventured far out of the state?
Yeah, we've been to like Kansas so far and Japan, but those are it. Oh, in Texas, we went to Goatman's Bridge and we shot an episode there, but we ended
Oh
up
man, it just came out Wednesday.
really? Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
I
That's
covered both. I covered Maryland, or yeah, Maryland and Texas.
that's so sick. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll definitely need to watch that because I want to go back there. We ended up not releasing that episode because when we showed up, I kid you not, a college party of like epic proportions was going on. The one day we pick like, and there's literally an entire college party. I was like, we showed up, cars and cars and cars just like piling up. There wasn't anywhere like you couldn't leave because there were so many
Yeah.
cars. And
So
then I was walking around asking people like what they were doing, and they was like, oh, I don't know, man, just exploring. And no one would tell me. It was like the creepiest thing. But I was like, this is obviously a party, but no one's telling me anything. Like, I know it was like,
party. Maybe it was a sacrifice. A
yeah,
sacrifice.
no, they did run like
Sorry.
people went to the forest, and I was like, do we follow them?
Scooby-Doo.
Huh?
The live action Scooby-Doo. They go to the island and Scooby's a sacrifice. And
Oh,
and it's all college students that are on spring break.
is that what they do?
Yeah.
Is that,
And they
no
pluck
way.
all their souls out and put them those monsters in.
Well, I didn't know one tell me that. What the heck?
Or
I
their
was,
ectoplasms, and they
oh
pull them
my,
out and put them in the big cauldron.
what the heck? That's so cool. What the heck?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know
But
they did that.
I just had this awesome picture of Goatman in a toga.
No, that's epic.
You should go check out okay, everybody needs to go check out my merch site. I have a greaser Goatman that you can get and listen to the episode. It's in there. So there's a little explanation. I went to the Ohio State Reformatory, and
Ooh.
I recommend it. I mean, now granted, I legitimately thought at one point I was going to physically be murdered.
Holy cow, what the heck?
Like by a ghost. I was going to be fucking murdered by an invisible person.
Yeah,
It's all run down and paint peeling. It's gorgeous.
I love that.
I am also very skeptical until like things like that happen where I'm like, okay, I can't really explain that away.
Yeah, like
Because
you
no
can't
one
really,
else was sick. I was the only
yeah,
one.
you can't deny it at that point. Like you can't like try to debunk it or make it a lot
Yeah.
more logical. Like, yeah. Yeah.
Out of every place you haven't investigated yet,
Mhm.
what is one place that's like top of your bucket list?
Yeah. Oh, easily the catacombs. I want to go to the
Okay.
Paris catacombs so bad. Or
That'd be
or
so awesome. I want to go to that too.
oh my gosh, yeah, that or like a Egyptian pyramid of any kind. Like those two things will probably equal for me.
Ooh.
Like
Ooh, that's a good
100%.
one.
Imagine what
You have
kind
high
of
hopes. I don't even have a passport.
oh well I want to do stuff like that. Like I don't know if anyone's ever brought like a translator to those places. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
I'm sure
just
they probably have, right?
you think so?
I have goosebumps like crazy.
That's
And
so
it's
cool.
only one side of my body, which is usually my indicator.
On your right side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you know that?
I've just been feeling it this whole time
Oh,
straight
yeah,
up.
it's just like all like head to toe on one side.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
earlier when you were talking, it felt like somebody was standing behind, like something heavy was like behind me, like something was there.
I keep glancing at that cat ball and your
Yeah.
EMF meter that was there.
Oh yeah,
But
I moved it over here because I didn't know if maybe it was scaring them or something.
yeah,
I wonder if
maybe.
that'll help them.
Like please turn the chair on. It needs a massage.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. No way. Did your
Oh, it
audio?
went all the way to orange. Oh no! Oh no! No! We're two balling it now.
What the heck?
We're floating steady in the. Okay. So something my chair's unplugged.
Also, your audio cut out there briefly. Like you didn't have audio for a second.
Oh, I wonder if that's because it's just like it spiked a second ago. Now it's just kind of like a low pulse kind of.
What?
Well, let me see if I can plug my chair in. I don't know how the hell it even got unplugged. Un
Hmm.
momento.
All right.
It was
What's
like
that?
unplugged and tossed underneath my chair.
That's weird. What the
It's
heck?
still going. I'm going to like 3 lights now.
Huh. Yeah, maybe you have a visitor. I don't know.
Hit the damn sensor ball. I can't
Yeah.
see you.
Yeah, come on.
Hopefully it doesn't like hit me in the head or something. Bang.
Like hit the sensible.
Yeah, right.
You go
Well,
down.
I recorded with somebody, and there was me and another lady and him, and we sat, and I'm like super staticky all of a sudden. My hair is like super staticky. But we would watch, and like his hair was like moving on top of like when you get a balloon, and you rub it and then like you hover it. That's what
Yeah.
his hair was doing, like while we were recording. And I
What the
kept
heck?
like every time I would talk, the lady would hear another voice on top of mine that sounded like another woman. And what's
Ooh.
weird was his screen was lighting up like he was talking, but he wasn't talking.
Whoa, okay, that's weird. Yeah.
And I had that. I just recorded a couple days ago, and I had the headphones on, and I kept hearing somebody else talking in my headphones, but nobody else's mouth was moving.
That's
to the
crazy.
point where at one point I was like, "Will you fucking stop? I'm trying to focus." Like
Yeah.
I couldn't. It was talking over me, and I couldn't, and nobody else could hear it.
And yeah, that'd be annoying. Like I
Yeah.
wonder if that works the same way as like the white noise like principle, you know?
Yeah.
Because we've had live streams that where we were asking Spirit Box sessions and people on the live were like, "Oh, it responded, but we couldn't hear anything." But the live stream was picking up responses like
Yeah.
people literally talking back after we asked the question or static or all kinds of stuff. It is so crazy.
Yeah. It's like super. I'm still getting. It's really liking the second light. It's a little lower, but
Mm.
so a couple days ago I was asking it yes and no questions, and it was answering. Oh, we went all the way up to 3 that time.
Huh.
Okay.
All
Whatever
right.
it is, it's hanging out. So
Yeah.
whether
Like
it's not
just
hitting the damn balls,
yeah. Come on,
I
hit the balls.
please, pretty please, can you set off a sensor ball? Just one. Which my guess is if it's the meter over here tripping, that means it's over here and not by the ball.
Yeah, probably.
Well, my chair's on, so
Hmm.
feels kind of nice. Not gonna
We're
lie.
trying. You're like I'm gonna fall asleep now.
Well, let's do this. So, is there a place in the States that you would like to visit?
In the States, let's see. Probably. That's tough. Let's see. Oh gosh. I would love to do just like I actually plan to do this soon. Like go to a ghost town somewhere in like the mountains of Arizona or something.
That'd be
Like
awesome.
just an old mining town or something, you know? I want to do something like that.
I wonder if you went walking in the desert, if you would get anything because people die out there all the time, right?
Yeah, yeah, all the time. I mean, there's I used to live in Arizona and there's all kinds of ghost stories out there, just like an insane amount of stuff from like Apache Indian stories all the way to like cowboy stories, you know what I mean? Like there's
Yeah.
so much cool stuff.
So, out of, did you hear
Whoa.
that?
Whoa, what was that?
Did you hear it?
The static?
Okay, you heard static?
Yeah.
Okay,
But
this
then
is
you
gonna sound
jump.
weird. I was just talking and it sounded like, okay, how do I put this? My voice, well, we just swapped spots on the screen.
Yeah. What the heck?
So,
What is going
okay,
on?
when I was talking, it sounded like, and okay, we're up to 4 again. So whatever it was, it must be whatever the hell did it. It was weird. It was like I was listening with my headphones on, even though my headphones are not on, but it was my voice, but kind of like crackly, like a radio, and it was really loud, like right here by my face.
What
When
the
you
heck?
said that you heard static, I was
Just
hearing my crackled voice like scream in my ear.
it was like you went like this, like or
Yeah,
a little bit
and it was just for
more
like a
interesting.
second. It was like my voice was shot back into my ear,
Huh.
really loud.
What the heck? That is so weird.
Ugh.
I'm over here like a mime, like
A box. A box. A box in. Sorry. If you guys aren't part of the Patreon subscribers, do so. We're playing charades. It's a good time. But that was really weird. I mean, that was like super screaming in my ear. That like made me kind of sick. All right. So
Wow.
whatever it was, it really wanted my attention.
Yeah.
Because I
But no,
literally even just got like that mental picture of a woman screaming in my face.
oh my gosh. All
And I
this
don't
and
know
still no
who that
cow.
is.
What the heck?
Well, I'll be interested to go back and listen to this because that's really strange. Maybe they
Yeah.
don't want us to talk about the balls.
I wonder if maybe like go
Oh,
back right when
okay.
I
As soon
heard
as I
this stuff.
said that, we hit all the way up, almost full red.
Oh my gosh. What
Whenever I
the
said maybe they don't like the balls, and it just like shot up. I was like, okay,
then yeah, that's probably it. They
okay.
don't like them.
Only
Wow.
hit the balls if you want
Gosh. Wow,
to.
what the that's amazing. Did you go what?
I think I gag on every episode at least once.
That's so funny.
And I don't mean to. It just happens.
Just it is what it is, you know.
Okay, so let's try this again. Out of all of the hauntings you know about, which one is your favorite? Okay, we're good.
Okay.
It did scream in my
Oh,
ear.
my favorite one, like the one I've ever done.
Anything you've ever heard, all the hauntings you've heard of, which one is your favorite?
Shoot. I mean, I would say every episode I've seen of Indiana State Penitentiary has been pretty sick. Like
Yeah,
they
I want to go there.
people usually get a lot of activity, and I really want to check that place out. I'll probably pick that one to be honest.
How do you feel about Lizzie Borden?
Lizzie Borden, I don't know. I'm impartial. I got to do more research on that to be honest. I feel like I'm not educated enough for that
Or
subject. How do you feel about it?
I don't know. I'd have to go there to find out.
Hmm.
That's pretty much
I,
my answer with everything. Is because if I go on why am I pink? Do I look pink to you?
you're pinker, yeah.
Why
You're
am I
pinker.
pink? I've not done anything.
It's like you're not gonna do this interview thing.
Yeah,
Just
it's
gonna
like, excuse me, bitch.
yeah.
Put the hand things up on my screen again.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what that icon's for. I've never seen that. That is crazy. And I've used like Zoom before at like my job and
Holy
stuff,
fucking
but
shit. I don't know what the hell's happening.
what's going on?
Oh, we're holding steady at orange. Wow, that's interesting. Usually it just flashes. It was like sitting there for a good like 3 seconds.
What the heck?
Well, it was like all the way tipping the scale, like all the way red for a couple
Oh my
times.
gosh. You got just like a vortex in your
I
house
think
or
I just
something.
got bombarded, is what happened.
Yeah.
Maybe the chair worked.
The chair summoned him.
Oh, here, there's a button I can hit lower hand. Hey, there we go.
Oh, sick. All right.
All right. So, what's that other one? Dang it, they did it on that show, American Horror Story, the Murder
Um,
House.
hmm,
Is it the Murder House?
the murder house. Like Velisca Axe murder house or what?
No, I thought it was something else. There's like another like super famous. Oh my god, I cannot believe I can't think of the damn name of it.
Doesn't that bug you? You'll remember like at 10 o'clock at night, laying in
I've
bed,
done that to somebody. I've woke up at like midnight and messaged somebody because I thought of something.
That's
The
awesome.
family was there. They made it seem like they were there for like a whole month or two or some stupid shit, but they were really only there for like 2 weeks and they all got out and they had a daughter.
Oh gosh.
You know what I'm
It's
talking
not
about?
ringing a bell for me. No, oh man. I feel like when you say the name though, I'm gonna be like,
Screaming at us
totally.
right now.
Yeah.
Let's see here. There's something else I was going to ask you. Whatever it was, my brain just like fried. Wow. Okay.
Maybe it's draining you of
I
energy
think it is
now?
because I feel really weird. I'm getting a little lightheaded.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Um,
This is amazing to like
yeah,
witness firsthand, to
this
be
is great.
honest.
Feels fantastic.
From this side, like I'm sorry for you over there. I'm
Well,
like,
I'm used
wow,
to it.
I'm
A few nights
fascinated.
ago, I was on a live feed and I had to leave. Like I got so
Oh,
sick that I had to shut it down and go inside.
wow.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And I had my app open and it was like, go away, leave me alone, get out. Like it was like not having it.
I think maybe you should look into getting rid of that attachment that you might have, like that really bad one,
That
because
would imply that I trust somebody to actually be able to do it.
yeah, that's true. That's
Usually, if I
hard.
tell it to leave me the hell alone, it usually stops for a while. So,
Or maybe it's like it hangs back and it's like, okay, now she's irritated. I don't want her to get rid of me, so I'm gonna hang back so I can continue to draw energy
yeah.
from. Maybe. Maybe it's smart. I don't know.
Well, that one got its attention, whatever you just said.
Oh, I'm telling on it. So it's like,
Oh, tattle,
God.
tattle. But, all right. So, if you could give new, like, beginner ghost hunters, like, a golden rule,
Mhm.
what would you say?
I would say, genuinely, when you enter any haunted location, just literally treat them like people. Like literally treat it like you're talking to another person, and you'll do fine. If you're it doesn't matter what your goal is, what you're focused on. If you're focused on like the content creation aspect, if you're focused on the science aspect, the paranormal aspect, literally just that basic thing is night and day difference between getting real paranormal activity and going places and not getting anything at all. That's it. 100%.
One thing that I like to tell people is it doesn't happen 24/7.
No, yeah.
I mean, I know when things are, obviously I know when things are around,
Mhm.
and it's not 24/7.
Or everywhere too. It's not everywhere.
Yeah, but don't be discouraged. It might not be that you're doing anything wrong. It might just be that they're just not they don't feel like talking. Like mine in here, sometimes they're quiet as a church mouse. Sometimes apparently they scream in my ear and make me want to vomit. So it really depends on the day. And try different things. Don't be afraid to try new things. Just because Pablo says that this works or Bob says this works, that doesn't mean that's going to be what works best for you or the area. It might be they're just people, right? So every person's different. I can tell you whatever's going to tickle Pablo's fancy probably might not tickle my fancy. So you might have to try something different depending on where you're at and who you're talking to.
Yeah,
So
100%. And
and always
genuinely,
keep it
like,
rolling.
when I was in Japan, like the ghosts interact with you way differently there than they do here. Like it is exactly like that. So
Which would make sense because I mean the culture's different, the
yeah.
people are different. I mean, it's another place that I want to go is
Ooh,
that
where?
Suicide Forest.
Oh, okay. I almost went there, but the locals talked me out of it. They literally like all talked me out of it. But it has like over 1,000 years of haunted history. But thanks to, Logan Paul visiting and making a freaking scene of that
Oh,
everyone's like so against it. Like I know. I want to do that so bad. The Suicide Forest, that would be so cool.
well, and then there's that really creepy place, the Island of the Dolls.
Island of the Dolls. Are you
You don't
talking
know
about
about
the
that?
one in like Mexico?
Where the guy went out and he would leave a doll like all every time he'd go out there for like the spirits or whatever.
I Maybe I'm thinking of a different one,
There's
but
two.
I
There's one where a guy goes to this like, and I don't think it's Mexico. I think it's like some like Brazil or one of those
hmm,
tropical areas.
yeah.
And it's just like a bunch of deserted dolls. But then there's the other town where the lady in the town actually makes the dolls like that are doing things in the town. Like the whole town is just dolls. They're like
Whoa.
sitting on porch swings and all kinds of weird stuff. What's
Yeah,
going
no,
on in there?
hard pass.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah, who
getting a
knows?
lot of activity so
Well,
early.
I was wondering if the cat was on the table, but I don't see
Oh.
him. Can't
Hmm.
miss him. He's 17 pounds and he's orange. He's
Oh,
like
yeah.
Garfield.
That's
Um,
amazing. I love that.
he's horrible. So have you considered going to any of the haunted museums?
Yeah, like Zach Bagans Museum. Yeah, I want to do stuff like that. I investigated one museum and got a lot of really amazing activity there, but I want to do something that has something like that, like genuinely haunted places. That would be amazing. Yeah, that's on the list. We're definitely going to get to that.
I have something that might be interesting. It's
Ooh,
not
okay.
necessarily an investigation, but it might be something that you guys could have a little fun with.
Oh, I like that.
So you mentioned that Pandora
Mhm.
is a little sensitive.
Yeah,
All right, so this is what you need to do. And you guys can stream it live or whatever. But you're in a small town, right?
yeah.
Okay. And do you know what happens in the summer and the spring in small towns? What do people generally do? Do you know?
Go go out and get drunk.
They have a lot of yard sales.
That's true. Yeah, they do.
So you need to take Pandora and have her go to yard sales and see if she can pick up anything with
Ooh.
different items in the yard sales.
It's crazy because she did do that and ended up picking a haunted doll from Auschwitz in the 1930s. Like, right, picked it, and it's literally a haunted doll, and it has an attachment and everything. We get consistent answers on the spirit box anytime we talk to her. Even better, we had this idea to bring we call it our little demon doll to the Sally house to introduce one doll to the other. And we tried that, and of course it didn't go over well because then all of our like
Well, I
equipment.
would
was
imagine
missing.
not. You're bringing
No.
somebody else on its turf.
No, it was pissed. It was not.
Yeah,
It was not full of,
I
like.
don't think I would do that.
No, it was a yeah. Don't do that. But like it was an experiment. We wanted to. We had a question. We're like,
Well,
hey,
I
let's
mean,
test it out. And
so
yeah,
were they both female-ish dolls?
yeah, they
There's your
definitely.
problem. You should have brought a
Yeah,
man.
yeah. You're right. Yeah, I
Especially
probably
with it
should.
being older. It'd be really intriguing to see with how people were, raised and taught to respond to men
Yeah,
in that era. It might have been a little more submissive if you brought a male.
yeah. I think so.
I
I
like
need to find
psychology. Can you tell?
a. That's cool, and you're well informed. You're educated. That's
I know a
sick.
whole lot about a whole lot of things, or I know a little bit about a lot of things.
I love that.
It's okay. Thankfully, I think whatever was in here at least is not close anymore, so that's good.
Yeah.
I feel a little more revived,
Yeah, you seem a little like something's not bothering you
a little
anymore.
peppier. I feel like I got a little extra energy here.
You can definitely tell something was affecting you, and
That
it
was
seemed
weird. I
like
was just like, ugh. But it's
I
okay. I felt
like.
bad. There was something in here one time, and I didn't realize. I didn't realize it because sometimes I don't notice. But the people that I was talking to, I was just kind of like staring off into space,
Yeah.
which I'm sure probably creeped them out a little bit. But like I was listening, but it was just like for whatever reason, my brain, it's like I just felt like something was just sucking me dry, and I was
Yeah.
just like off in la la land, like okay, like I was in a trance or something. So I've considered going to some of those museums. Another one is Bobby Mackey's.
Bobby Mackey's. Okay.
I want to go there. I almost went last year on Halloween.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
I didn't have anybody to go with me, and I did not want to go by myself.
Oh, dang. What the heck? What state are you in right now?
I'm in Indiana.
Indiana. Oh, okay. Everyone's
So
in
it's only like a
Indiana.
few hour drive from me, I think.
So, yeah, that's not bad. Dang. There's like, do you do investigations normally?
Well, I do some. So I went like the Ohio State Reformatory. I went and I brought a friend, and then we went to Ashmore Estates last year,
Yeah.
and I took my mom. We really didn't have a lot of action. There was really only a couple things that happened. One, it was interesting because there was like six of us in this room, and they said go in with the recorder and just ask a bunch of questions. Ask any question you want. Doesn't matter if it's related to anything. Just ask questions.
Yeah.
And I just kind of sat back and let everybody else answer the questions. And then I just piped in and I asked one question,
Hmm.
and then I got quiet. So then we left and they played it back, and everybody's asking all these questions, trying to be like, oh, who are you? What happened? Blah, blah. And nothing. And all I said was, do you have anything you'd like to say? And you couldn't make out what it was saying, but it was like something was clearly trying to say something,
Whoa. Okay.
but we couldn't understand what it was. And so we're like,
Yeah.
oh, well, that was weird. And then as soon as I was done asking my question, everybody else kept asking questions. Nothing.
Oh my gosh.
Then I actually have I'll see if I can. I put it somewhere. I don't know where. I don't know if it's on my phone. It was on my computer.
Yeah.
But we did another recording thing, and the theory was the six of us that were in that room asking questions. The thought process was the person, the man in that room. There's two theories. Theory one, he doesn't like women. Period. Theory two, he's just a cranky old bat, and he just doesn't like anybody.
Yeah.
So the guy sent us six ladies in that room with the recorder.
Oh, so
That's when we got the answer. Well, then later we went back down, and he's like, well, I want to try something. And he went down by himself, and he set the recorder on the table, and he said, thank you for letting the girls come in, or whatever, if you have anything to say or anything. And then he left for a minute, and then he went back and grabbed it. And when he left, it was like, it's really fuzzy, but I heard my name.
oh, whoa.
I just heard Natasha, and then at the end, almost like something that kind of made me feel like it was like saying like "help me," which just made it
Whoa.
even worse because I was like, "What am I supposed to do? Like, I can't do anything."
Yeah.
And that was all it was. But it was on this like old, like 90s. He had one of like the OG recorders. I mean, this guy, he was an old guy, so
Yeah.
he had the goods,
He
and so it was
the
very
good stuff.
staticky, and it was I got him to play it for me so I could record it
Yeah.
on my phone of his recorder. So it's a little bit muffled,
Hmm.
but I tried to clean it up and get rid of some of the static as the best I could. And I'll see if I can find it and send it to you because it was
Yeah.
pretty, because
You
it was
know,
like, it was very clearly 3 syllables and I was the only person with 3 syllables in their name.
yeah,
Eh,
yeah, send it to me and I'll see if maybe I can even enhance it and get whatever it says because I actually do sound design. Like I know how to
Oh,
enhance
sweet.
that stuff like really well. So I
Actually, I
could
might be able to
that'd be so
think it.
sick. Yeah, I would love to see that. I go in depth too. Like I use AI and everything. Like I go crazy with it. Like
Oh,
I
nice.
have
Oh,
some
no.
like,
Let's look what's happening.
oh no.
Where are you? Oh, no. It was just playing a video and I wasn't telling it to.
Oh. So with all this activity you got going on in your house, your husband never like comes home to like a shadow figure or anything? Like he
No, I
still
mean, my
doesn't.
kid has mentioned some stuff,
Oh wow.
like somebody tapping him on the shoulder while he's playing his Oculus, and he thought it was me. So he was
Oh
like,
yeah.
hold on. And I was in, wow, that was weird. Okay, we're good.
Oh
I was on the other side of the wall, so I could hear him when he's in his room.
yeah.
And all of a sudden I heard, hold on, I'll be there in a minute. It's like, what the hell's he talking about? And then he came out and he's like, do you need something? I'm like, no. He goes, you didn't tap on my
No.
shoulder? I'm like, no.
Like dude, I've been here the whole time.
Or he'll
What?
hear like noises in his closet and stuff.
Oh, that
But
messes me up, man.
so he actually brought something to my attention and was asking me if I could identify it. And so he starts describing what he saw, and it was a fucking hat man. Like
No.
even down, this kid doesn't know anything about hats. He's like, he was wearing this weird hat. He goes,
No.
he goes, and he was in the woods. This is like, he doesn't take Benadryl. He doesn't do any of that crap. He was awake.
Yeah.
He was in the woods hunting with his grandpa. And he said that he's like, that it was maybe like 10 feet tall. He's like, it was just all black, like a big shadow. He's like, when it was walking, he's like, you couldn't really see fingers or toes, but it looked like it had hands and feet or something. And it was just walking like real slow. He goes, and it was wearing a funny hat.
Why did my
And I was
hair
like,
stand up when you're talking about this? Like,
yeah,
that's
that's so
interesting.
crazy. And I was like, so I looked up like a fedora and I showed him. I was like, well, I showed him a couple other hats just to test him. And
Mhm.
I picked one and he's like, no. And I'm like, well, was it a ball cap? He goes, no, not really. And then I showed him the fedora and he was like, that's the hat. And I was like,
Whoa.
oh, I was like, you saw the hat, man. And he's
The
like,
frick- oh my gosh. The
but
famous
yeah.
Hat Man.
And he said he's seen a couple things while he's out in the woods. And I almost wonder if he gets it from me. Maybe he's a little sensitive. But I
Maybe.
tested him. I know that sounds weird. To see if he puts off that vibration that I do. And
Yeah.
he doesn't.
Um,
But he's able to pick up on things. He's always been pretty perceptive
yeah.
and
I
and stuff like that. And so I think he's definitely got like he's got that empath that I have. I think he's got that part. I think the big thing is I've had a couple near death experiences and he hasn't. So maybe that's where the difference is between what we can and can't see.
it's like unlocked you more a little bit.
Yeah. Because it's
Yeah.
definitely open. I mean, it kicked the damn door off the hinges. I mean, there's no crack in the door. I mean, it's wide open. So, but I do got to ask because this is, I do cryptids too.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite cryptid?
Of course, being in Oklahoma, it's Bigfoot, you know?
Ah,
Yeah.
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
So, what are your thoughts on Bigfoot? Do you consider it to be an actual creature? Do you consider it to be maybe some people say extraterrestrial, interdimensional?
I would say if it does exist, I don't think it could be a creature because if it were a creature, I think we would have found it by now, especially being on land and with the technology that we have. So I think maybe if anything, for me, I gotta have data to base it off of, and with
Yeah.
such a little lack of data, it's like, what could I really say?
All
So
right. So, speaking of data and lack of data or whatever, I
yeah.
actually recently I'm waiting to release it until I get part 2 done because it kicked us off and shut his phone down and wouldn't allow him to turn his phone back on, so we had to
Oh,
reschedule.
oh,
But he has multiple Bigfoot encounters and like up close and personal. And I was asking if he could, I'm going to have him send me some of his evidence because he said he's got videos and pictures and everything. So I'm going to have him send me those. And then he's got a dogman encounter as well. So we're going to go over that too.
That is so sick.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Let's see. There he goes. The muffled talking, is that?
Yeah, the weird. So the muffled talking is him saying, "Thanks for letting the girls come," or whatever.
Yeah. That's literally like an immediate response right after.
Yeah, it sounds like. So I heard my name when I heard it.
You heard Natasha? It must have been an old one. It sounds pretty staticky. I love that.
Like I just leave them in. I mean, it just posts my episodes and stuff. This one I swore it said white, and I don't know if anybody else heard it. Number 4. So audio 4, I asked it what his favorite color was, and I thought I heard white.
Let's see.
So what I did was I had my mic on.
Yeah.
Most of them, it was just my mic, and I would ask a question. And that's what the mic got. I would ask a question and pause and allow it to answer. And then I would ask another question and allow it to answer. And then I went back and played it.
What on
It's
earth?
on my Patreon feed if anybody wants to do it.
Yeah, go check out her Patreon.
So check out that last one I just sent you real quick because it's a little. It's pretty bananagrams.
That's a good word. Yeah, bananagrams.
Yeah, faux show. And stuff like that happens like all the time. And I have like weird things. This one is actually the whole file. Shit, I have the whole Spirit Box session over here recorded.
Oh my gosh.
Spook test. Apparently, I don't know what that is, but it's a spook test.
Spook test?
Yeah. Music. Oh, whatever that was, it's making me kind of like, bleh. I kind of feel sick now.
From the audio?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Well, I don't know if it's the audio or just something in here, but it'll be fine. It'll go away.
Well, something's been messing with you this whole time, so wouldn't put it past it.
Man, I thought I had a clip.
Isn't it crazy, like how often, because you can't cuss on the radio, but isn't it crazy how often investigators capture cussing, like on spirit boxes and stuff? Like that is so interesting.
Maybe it's because usually if you're a nice, pleasant spirit, you're not. Why am I pink again?
I don't know. You're just pink. That's just you now. This is you.
I was better for a little bit. I haven't even changed anything. I don't know. My head hurts now. Like right.
Oh my gosh.
Freaking big middle of it. I was going to tell you something, and then my head started hurting. So I don't know. Apparently, it doesn't want me to tell you that. How was I going to tell you?
I don't know. I don't know. Goodness.
I don't remember.
Hmm.
That's a good distraction, I guess, if it doesn't want me saying something to you.
Yeah, it's like
here, let's hit her on the forehead.
Don't spill the beans.
God. As long as it's not like a mushroom stamp, we're all right.
Yeah, can't put that on.
Might be frowned upon in some establishments.
Like what's this on your face all of a sudden? What the heck?
I know what it was.
What?
Did you hear the EVP we caught that's on my Instagram and my TikTok?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't seen that. Let's see.
So it was a while back. It looks like, I think it's a green screen.
With the "Do you believe in reincarnation"?
No, way before that.
Oh. You said it's on Instagram?
I think it's on all of them. I think I put it everywhere. It's kind of like a green. It looks like an episode. It was with Melissa from Ouch, Was That a Ghost? And it's 18 seconds long. And at the beginning, you hear something weird, but that's not what you need to listen to. You need to listen to the second part.
I'm cool with it. I'm looking at your picture of the ghost here. Yeah, that's in. Wow.
Many people, I posted those on like paranormal groups in like on Facebook, and everybody was like, "It's leaves." I was like, "That is not fucking leaves."
Like,
no
dude,
one else had it. It was just me, and like everybody, literally, people were like laughing. Oh, here it is. People were literally laughing at me.
That's so annoying because like those like they
And
weren't
then they
there.
were like liking these other pictures that were clearly fucking fake.
Yeah.
Okay, so I found it. I sent it to you. The last one. It says Red Rum Part 2.
I just heard the mommy one. That one's freaking wild.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be sensitive to be visited by demons, in my opinion. I believe that.
What
Isn't
the
that ironic? Did you like what I was talking about?
what the hell? That is wild.
That's not even the best one.
These sound crazy.
The last one is the best one.
Him,
Let's
maybe
see.
Groot. Yes. Groot. I love Groot. Well, here's where we start venturing past Groot into some gnarly. And at the end of these arms are
Wait, what?
so think like a long stem, baby Groot. Yes. Groot. I love Groot. Well, here's where we start.
Was there a male in your?
There was no men in either of our houses.
What the heck? That is
It
so
was just
clearly.
me and my co-host at the time, who was a woman. And then it was her and her co-host, which are also women, and there were no men in the building.
Oh my gosh, there was like wow, that was
it's saying almost dead.
what the heck?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that is clearly a guy in there like that.
And
Wow.
So the way she records hers, you could break it out by microphone.
Mhm.
And so she went back because bless her heart, she was editing that at 2:30 in the morning when she found that.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's the worst time to find that stuff.
Yeah, it very clearly came from my microphone.
Of course it's your microphone. Like,
and it started talking right after I started talking, and that was my story. We had already recorded an entire episode and a half before I started talking, and nothing happened until I started talking, and then it came in.
Of course, I'm noticing a pattern. Like you notice in the group investigation you did, same thing. Nothing happened until you talked. Like,
yeah, and then what's interesting is that same clipping. I don't have the original because it's on theirs.
yeah.
But on the video before that, the lights were flickering in my house before that started talking.
What the heck? Oh my gosh.
So
what on
that's
earth?
why I keep everything rolling. I mean, I come out here and sometimes I leave my sensors on, and sometimes they come on and sometimes they don't. And sometimes I get people that chime in, and sometimes it's quiet.
Let's start a petition to get a GoPro strapped to your head just 24/7 and just like have that with you all the time because like, the amount of stuff.
I have like the game. I think I got it from GameStop. It's like a GoPro, but it's got like night vision.
Oh, nice.
And I have it. I was gonna wear it on my ghost hunt in Asheville or Ashmore, Estates. But I was so sick. I was sick for like a week before we went. I just felt awful. So we only stayed like half the time. So I never actually used it because the first half they don't allow you to record anything until like the second half because they want you to. We learned new equipment, which was great because I got to learn. That's how I learned about cat balls. And
cool.
And there was like a string of sensors where it was like different crystal looking lights, and so it could set off each one. And
I like that. I like those. Those are cool.
Yeah, I used dowsing rods.
Oh, fun.
So it was a lot of fun. They did a great job. I wish I could remember. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna shout them out here. Just I forgot who they were. So give me just a second because I don't remember. Haunted Rooms, America.
Haunted Rooms, America.
Yeah, they do a lot of things in like Iowa and I hate that word. Kansas. They do a couple in Illinois. They're mainly the Midwest is where I see a lot of their bookings happen. But they're great and they did an awesome job and everybody was super cool. It was just a great experience. So I highly recommend them.
Oh my gosh.
Tell them I sent you.
Yeah, I need to, oh man, there's so many things I need to go to and everything. Like I actually planned this year to travel around just all the US and get an RV and literally just travel and go to stuff like that and go to events and all that stuff. I got to plan it out though, 'cause it's already March, so.
Yeah, my goal, I don't know if I'll do it this year. I might do it next year because there's a lot, especially in certain parts of the country, there seems to be a lot more like in clusters. And what I wanted to do was go like Massachusetts or past, and then kind of plot my way down and stop at these places and make it like a week or two vacation. Well, I say
Yeah.
vacation, it's me going to all these spooky places and or cryptid scenes and stuff like that, and kind of hit up Salem and Lizzie Borden and all of those places and see if I could do that.
Yeah.
I'd really like to send some, like, to take someone with me, but I don't really have a good.
Well, if I'm around there, because I'm going to the west side first and hitting up like ghost towns, I'll hit you up and be like, hey, you want to go? Like,
Yeah. Well, it's
I
like
want
I
to do
got
stuff.
some of the people from our group that we talk to a lot. Other podcasters are from like Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts. Like I've got a lot of people that are kind of in that area.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, if I could hit them up. I think my brain is fried. I'm feeling a little like weird. So I
Yeah,
guess
you've been
I
getting
can't think
drained
of
this
any
whole time.
questions. Yeah, so it's really kind of, at least my meter stopped running, and I keep turning pink for no fucking reason.
You literally just turned pink right
Yeah.
now.
Oh no, now it's gone.
Huh.
What is that? And I'm not, my camera's up here, like it's 2 feet from me. I can't even touch it.
And it's not like you're moving around a ton or anything. Like that doesn't make any sense. Why it's
I did again. There you go.
literally. What the
Oh,
heck?
there it goes again.
What? You're just back and forth, back and forth. It's like it's literally like messing
Yeah, it
with
looks
you
like
right
it's
now.
pulsating
Yeah.
and nothing's moving. What do you
What
know about energy? What is it? The auras?
auras? Yeah.
What I thought was really crazy is I was on this call. I think it was Hex Girlfriends, maybe. And she was
Ex-girlfriend.
talking. What's weird is, so she logs in with me, and
Yeah.
I'm looking, and I was like, you look kind of purple. Like all around her was like this purpley mist color.
Yeah.
It's like you just look kind of purple, like a hue or something, kind of like my pink was just doing.
Yeah.
Only hers was purple. And what's weird is that she was talking about when she does energy, and people, she had her energy or aura read or whatever, and her
Yeah.
aura is purple. So
So
we were all able to see her purple on the
wow.
screen.
Maybe your aura is showing through the stream right now.
Yeah, that's what I was looking to see. This one says pink auras mean your sensitive soul who values love, art, and freedom. Well, no, I guess. But I don't know if I would consider it pink or red. Pink aura has sensitive souls.
Are you a sensitive soul?
Well, I'm sensitive.
Yeah.
Emotional sensitivity. I am bipolar, so that kind of explains a lot.
Maybe you have a pink aura.
What is? I don't know. I was like, I don't know if it's pink or red.
What does a red aura say?
Red is an intense and passionate aura color relating to the root chakra, known for physical energy, passion, and courage.
Maybe because you're passionate about the paranormal and stuff, and you're talking about it, so it's like you're pulsating the energy that you're passionate about,
All about feelings of safety and being firmly grounded. That's funny because we were just talking about being safe.
Yeah. That's interesting.
A lot of it has to do with strength and passion. Like apparently I'm I am a very passionate person. I've literally not gotten jobs because I had too much personality, is what they told me.
What?
I'm not joking.
What? That's the craziest thing I ever heard. What the heck?
Yeah. I wouldn't mesh well with others in the department because I had too much personality.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Screw that. I wouldn't. You don't want to work anywhere like that. Like, yeah. Forget that crap.
But I think I'm out of questions. Do you have anything?
So far, no. I
think I've overloaded you. I think this is really weird. I was intending on interviewing you, but somehow we just got meshed together in this like little paranormal journey for a couple hours.
Yeah, we did. We went on a little journey and like learned some stuff, and it was really fun. Like and your stories were amazing. Like I'm actually gonna go down a rabbit hole now, like with these audios. Like
yeah, do it. But yeah, what's funny is I'm just like, oh yeah, because the way I look at it is, again, with the paranormal stuff, you don't know. You never know. They could, everybody just assumes it's one. They always want to do ghost hunts at night.
Yeah.
They always want to go in the middle of the night. They always want to do this. And I'm like, no, if they're around, it's not like they just, wake up. I mean, they don't sleep.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
always around. So even
Exactly.
if it's during the day, I've had obviously weird stuff happen to me in the middle of the day.
Yeah,
And it happens
100%.
a lot. And so for me, if I am recording and something starts happening, it's like, hey, like we have a chance to do that. We could ignore it, or we could just go with it,
Yeah,
because you never know. Because like yesterday, nothing. I did a whole recording the day before yesterday, whole recording, nothing. What's
yeah.
weird is the time that I was with Kevin,
Mhm.
I recorded with Kevin the entire hour and a half. Phillips lighting us up like the 4th of July. And then I got off. I got done. This is funny. I got done with Kevin. Then I had another recording literally 5 minutes after that. Nothing, not a single light, nothing happened.
Oh,
Just
whoa.
zilch. Then I got Kevin back on and we recorded a second episode the same day. And the first like half or so, it was quiet. There wasn't a lot. But then we got a little bit of activity towards the end. So it's
What?
really hit and miss, and you can never really know for sure.
Yeah, or it's like on the person too. It sounds like Kevin's got some energy, you know?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
That sounded
I
really
love that.
weird. Well, he does a lot of like workout stuff, so I'm assuming he's got energy.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a potato.
You got energy though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got some I got to burn.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't think of anything. I really do appreciate it so much. I know this is not at all how I had planned for this to go.
That's
I
okay. It was
feel
fun.
like our little visitors kind of derailed us quite a bit.
Yeah, that's okay. They made it fun. They made it interesting, you know?
Yeah. So maybe we
So,
could maybe try another time to maybe they'll let us do an actual either a story or more interview questions without interrupting.
yeah, that'd be cool. And I'd like to bring my team too. Like I would
Oh
love to
yeah.
bring my team. They've just been dealing with like kiddo stuff and oh my gosh. I've been trying my best to help them out, but you know, there's only so much you can do, but
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
thankfully mine's old enough that he can kind of take care of himself. We just have a dinner thing. I've got to go pick up apparently sugar-free root beer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a
Nice.
pack of diapers because apparently my sister's I guess diaper party instead of a baby shower was
Hmm.
last night and I totally forgot.
Oh, dang. Oops. Oh, well, you can make up for it with some diapers, you know, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, I don't even know what freaking day of the week it is. Like, I don't know what's happening.
Like, what did
I
I
was like,
have for breakfast? I don't
it
even
wasn't
know.
on my calendar. Usually, like everything gets put on my calendar automatically. If there's like an event, it just puts it on there. Yeah, it
Yeah.
didn't. So it's okay. She knows I'm antisocial anyway. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I
but we're
can't
gonna go
function
and
without
then
my
we're gonna
calendar.
have a nice little cookout and
It'll
all
be
that
good.
fun jazz. So
It'll be a good time.
I'll be interested to know what we picked up on the mic,
Yeah, me too. I'm
especially
ready.
with homegirl screaming in my fucking ear
Yeah.
because that
Oh
was
my.
awful.
I bet you caught something because I literally got static on my end. So I'm like,
Which is
did
weird because normally when I pick stuff up, nobody even notices anything happens until I go back.
that's crazy.
Yeah. And with both of us having like the goosebumps and all of that stuff, I think we definitely had something in here.
Yeah.
I
I
just don't.
like I've literally been on like a lot of podcasts now, and this is like the most goosebumps I've had on a podcast, literally. Like you got something over there. Like
And they're literally with me all the time.
that is wow.
Yeah. So like I tell people, I'm like, it really happens all the time. I'm like, no, I go to work, it happens. I'm home, it happens. I go somewhere, it happens. Like, I go anywhere.
You wake up, you hop on a podcast, it happens. Like
Yeah.
it's always happening. Yeah.
I've been on other people and they're like, this never happens. I'm like, I know.
Like, yeah,
Sorry.
it's
Apologize.
just Friday
Gertrude,
for me.
apologize. I'm
That's
like, kids,
awesome.
knock it off, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so again, we definitely need to get back because this has been fantastic. I don't know after editing with all the random stuff, it might be split into two. I don't know.
I don't know.
Usually if it's so again, everyone, in the description or notes or whatever you want to call it, there is going to be a link. Go to the website. My link will be on there. His link will, I'm hitting stuff over here. His link will be on there. If I had $1 for every time I knock shit off the table over here, I'd be rich. Go follow, share it, like everything that you guys can do to participate. I appreciate everything that you guys do and showing me love and making me feel appreciated and just being a part of the community that we're trying to build here. And just, there's all these other people out here that are just so great, and just share the love with them as much as you share with me. That being said, I will let you guys go, and I will see you next week. See ya. Thank you for listening to this episode of Cryptids, Creeps, and Conspiracy. If you wouldn't mind, please take a moment and rate and review the show wherever you're listening. I know it might not seem like much, but it greatly helps the show by allowing us to be found more easily when other listeners search for us. If you have a chance, head on over to www.patreon.com/Cryptids, Creeps, and Conspiracy and become a patron. Members of the Big Show tier get bonus materials, personalized shout-outs, access to the private Discord server, and video versions of episodes, both regular and members only, that are raw and unedited. So they're always a good time. As an added thank you to the Big Show patrons, we also are going to be giving out custom stickers and mini prints after 3 months of membership. I'm currently offering a 7-day free trial, so head on over and see how awesome being a member can be. Before you go, click the link in the description and grab yourself or someone you know some of the self-designed merch, or make a donation to help keep the show going and fund future events and investigations. T-shirts, hoodies, stickers, and magnets can be found on the TeePublic site, and they have sales at least once a month. I believe it is 30 or 35% off. I'm sorry, I don't remember exactly how much, but keep checking back and get them when they're discounts. They have $16 tees, and it's great. For handmade crochet items such as Nessie, Mothman, aliens, Fresno nightcrawlers, and the little ghosts or a big ghost, as well as pants, swimwear, the best tumblers I have found yet as far as merch is concerned, dresses, office supplies, and more, visit the Square merch store. You can also follow the podcast on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Threads, and TikTok. If you have any questions, topic recommendations, or personal encounters, please don't hesitate to send them in to cryptidscreepsandconspiracy@gmail.com or submit them through the contact form at www.cryptidscreepsandconspiracy.com. I would love to hear from you and share your experience on a special listener episode. Just make sure to specify that I have permission to add your encounter to the show, and let me know whether you would like to have your real name or an alias to maintain confidentiality. Thank you again so much for all your support, and I'll see you next time, my friend.